Neepawa is a small town in western Manitoba, in the Canadian Prairies. A service centre for grain and livestock farms, Neepawa has a population of just under 5,000 people. The town has been growing over the past decade, with a 27% increase in the population between 2011 and 2016 alone. Immigrants from the Philippines have been by far the largest newcomer group. Why is this? Filipinos began arriving as temporary foreign workers in 2008. Most of them men, many have stayed, obtaining permanent residency and bringing their families after long separations. Most Filipinos who came to Neepawa as temporary workers were recruited by the local meat processing plant. This has had a ripple effect: spouses working in town, families buying homes. Filipinos are engaged in volunteer work and church activities and have formed a cultural association. They are overcoming challenges and contributing to the broader community. My name is Emily Burton. I'm an oral historian at the Canadian Museum of Immigration. I traveled to Neepawa in 2017 to conduct interviews with community members at the Margaret Lawrence Home Museum. I met some wonderful, warm people and learned about their work, family, and community experiences. Together, we created a record of the Filipino presence in Neepawa.
And I get some kind of experience to the small meat shop in my hometown. So they qualified us. And they put me one of the 6 persons to be the first group coming in Spring Hill before, High Life now, on November 23, way back 2008.
And then when we arrived here in Neepawa, we can thank that Canada is so big. And then we arrived here, and like a
very small town.
Oh, this is Canada. Some of my batchmates. Oh, this is like only we have a town or like a barangay.
Yeah, like in our place, if we belong to a smaller community, we call it barangay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's a small barangay.
And I tried the sanitation department, which is a very, very difficult job. Yeah, it's suffocating. And you have to go under the conveyor belt, you have to go underneath, like, it's difficult. I said I couldn't do it. I went back to the cut floor and they put me at the shoulder line.
So I assigned in the shipping department at that time. Until now, the job is good. Every day, you can learn what's the process of the company for how to ship, how to invoice, how to scan, everything. Even to how to use the industrial tools like a power pallet jack, high rise. I like the job.
Toynes was 4 years old when I left, and Ram was 11. So it took them 4 years. So yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard on my part. Just seeing them on the video, it's really hard. It's really a struggle on both our sides, away. So there was a time that I had my 2-week vacation only. That was a tough. And I remember Toynes, he poked my my body, like, "Are you real?" So why? So you're just only on the video, and then, "Are you really my dad?" Of course. Look at me. So it took her 2 days, I think, and then after that, she really adjusted.
But then I was so happy being like a housewife for the first time. I'm not working, being a teacher, it's just so busy. And then that time in the Philippines, I was also having my master's. So when we arrive here, wow, okay, I can just cook, clean and everything. But Ronald says, you have to find work. Okay,
So hilarious.
we have to be practical. So we have that one. And then after a month, I was hired as a receptionist in Neepawa settlement. And like after a year, I became a settlement worker.
As a Filipino, if you're really a worker, love your work, and you have always show your compassionate, and also you have show your tender, loving care, not only just by work or by earn money, no. As long as you do your best and treat them as not only as a individual with disability, you show your love and care, they feel it. And in return, they treat you in a nice way.
Basically, we're not a bad people. We just wanted to get together every weekend, like cook some food, like eat at the back of their house. Like some teenagers doesn't like it. They were thinking that they were creating a gang, but we are not. So what I did, I volunteered with the COPP, which is the Citizen on Patrol. And after that, I always go to McDonald's, where the elderly always go to every 8 o'clock in the morning for a coffee. So I talked to them, I explained to them how is the Filipinos, like, okay, so little by little they understood. But before they were thinking that we are taking their jobs away from them. But come to think of it, they realized, no Canadians doesn't want that job.
And then I am a volunteer catechist also in St. Dominic. I'm also a reader in the church. I also have my choir there. And whenever there's a volunteer thing, during my first 6 months here, I volunteer in the nursery, I volunteer in the school of my daughter, any kind of volunteer that I see on paper just to make myself busy. I volunteer, I make myself involved in the community.
We are a member of a Filipino community here. That's what we call
Filipino
FANA, or Filipino Association of
Yeah.
Neepawa area, since we cater not only Neepawa but in other areas like Gladstone and Minidosa.
When we still have the Lily Festival here, and we joined, the FANA would join for the street dancing and everything. And then, but mostly, recently we have the Filipino Cultural Festival via St. Dominic's Church, and then we have also, we have done that one for the past 2 years.
I would like also to thank you, the town of Neepawa, the community, because we feel the warm welcome for us.
Thank you for this opportunity of telling our story to you.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat.